Never know all the information, nor should we know all the information, and that's actually good for Caitlin. It protects her for when she does come back on the court. She can't be targeted. Teams can't use a certain injury or ailment against her if people don't really know what is going on. But
Caitlin Clark quits Indiana Fever. What really happened behind the scenes? The basketball world has been shaken with the stunning news that Caitlin Clark may be stepping away from the Indiana Fever, a revelation that has thrown the WNBA into complete disarray and left fans demanding answers. Clark, who has been sidelined since July 17 with what was initially described as a groin strain, has seen her status clouded in mystery for weeks as the league and the Fever continue to deliver vague, inconsistent, and sometimes outright contradictory updates on her recovery.
The Caitlin Clark injury. Let's listen to her, bro.
Caitlin starting full court running last week. Has she been able to do anything extra since then or return to practice at all?
No return to practice. She's been able to get a little bit more in her full court running, with her all of her body weight. It's really building up from doing minimal to then building some endurance to do longer periods of time. She's been able to do a little bit more on the court in terms of how she moves.
Caitlin Clark's.
So there is really no timetable as to when Caitlin Clark could return. Y'all got me? There is no...
While the official injury reports have fluctuated between day-to-day, out indefinitely, and even game-time decision, the truth appears much more serious, with growing speculation that Clark could be shut down for the rest of the season. What makes this story even more controversial is how the WNBA and the Fever have seemingly used Clark's uncertain status as a marketing tool, dangling the possibility of her return to keep fans engaged and ticket sales steady despite her not practicing or taking part in full-speed drills. For instance, she was once listed as a game-time decision against the Dallas Wings, only for head coach Stephanie White to later confirm that Clark had not practiced at all. This left many wondering if the organization was deliberately misleading fans in order to maintain hype around games that otherwise lacked the same drawing power.
Injury report that Caitlin Clark is a game-time decision. I think they did that for ticket sales. I think they knew that we all was going to pick up on that and pretty much say, well, you know what? There's a chance Caitlin Clark could be coming back for this game, maybe even that game.
The issue is compounded by the Fever's struggles on the court. Without Clark, their once promising season has faltered, slipping further down the standings while their playoff hopes dwindle. To make matters worse, backup guards Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald both suffered devastating season-ending injuries just days after the trade deadline, leaving Indiana without options to bolster their roster. That timing left fans questioning the front office's planning, as the team now faces the remainder of the season shorthanded and without its brightest star. Beyond the Fever, this controversy strikes at the heart of the WNBA's credibility. The league has leaned heavily on Clark's star power to generate national attention and revenue, yet the way her injury has been handled suggests that short-term business gains are being prioritized over the long-term health and career of one of the most electrifying players in women's basketball. Rushing her return, as some speculate may have already happened earlier in the season, risks aggravating her injury and potentially shortening her career. For fans, the constant stream of mixed signals has sparked frustration and suspicion. They feel deceived by what increasingly looks like a deliberate attempt to obscure the truth about Clark's condition. Many are beginning to believe that she has already been ruled out for the season behind closed doors, with officials unwilling to admit it publicly for fear of damaging ticket sales and TV ratings.